I put 3 people in my living room, and the last one to leave wins $50. And there is no time limit on how long they can stay in. I've never been so ready to see what's gonna happen between these randomly selected subscribers. What are your thoughts before we begin? That's right, you're a puppet. I always forget that. This is gonna be crazy, guys. Make sure to stick around till the end. Is this really the meta? Is this really how I'm supposed to get views? Well, it seemed to work for Mr. Beast and his derivatives. But why? How did Mr. Beast take over YouTube? And what makes his style so alluring? I thought it would be interesting to fully explore what made this man rule the algorithm. But in order to do that, we need to delve into his backstory. You don't just wake up with that level of fame. And he certainly didn't. Mr. Beast was born in 1998 in Wichita, Kansas, soon moving to Greenville, North Carolina. He was shy and antisocial as a kid and obsessed over everything he was into, like Legos and baseball. When he was 10, he would watch a lot of YouTube at home, and since YouTube was a much more niche thing back then, nobody really shared his interest. God, talk about having niche interests. I feel you, man. This is when and how he met Kris. They instantly had a sort of charisma that propelled both of them. On February 19th, 2012, he created his YouTube channel, and a day later, he uploaded this classic. He states that he did this after hearing Woody's gamertag quit his job for YouTube, and he was like, damn, I can make stats from YouTube? Kris is his first subscriber. Oh, gotta love the OG fans. Initially, he would upload a lot of gameplay and commentary content involving games like Minecraft, Pokemon, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and the Impossible game. Oh, that one takes me back. His commentary content would often report on how big people were getting, like how many subs and views they had, with a specific focus on money. Wonder if that'll come back later. But then, at age 15, he was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, an inflammation of the intestines that makes it hard and painful to digest. He couldn't continue playing baseball, so he put all his chips on YouTube. His antisocial, awkward nature made it difficult, but eventually he would obsess. He would celebrate every small milestone and hit the grindstone. He wouldn't even tell his mom he was doing YouTube and building a following until he hit 10K. As high school came, he grew. He had his eyes set on virality and purchased better, non-shitty equipment to achieve it. Kris would feature in his videos more as he transitioned to doing real-life content rather than video games. He would eventually fit the genre of entertainment and develop this mindset of, this isn't going anywhere, and that sucks, but let's just keep it up. Surprisingly though, Kris didn't keep it that serious. Kris just liked it and found it fun. It's so based. Around his senior year of high school, he and his mom had a dispute. She wanted him to go to college, and he said hell nah. Everything he was doing was to avoid that specifically. When she dropped that not going to college would mean she would kick him out of the house, he went to college, but skipped out on classes to record still. I don't know what to tell you, Mom. The grind never stops. His channel started popping off then, and he earned enough to stop faking going to college. At this stage, he fucking grinded. It's like those middle school t-shirts always told us, eat, sleep, YouTube, repeat. He would really commit to his idea of being unique, and it showed. He did things nobody would think of back then, exploding a keyboard, sawing a table in half with plastic forks, counting to 100,000. Needless to say, people were surprised that he was being tuned into, but it worked. He got a brand deal after this. He purportedly haggled the payment from 5K to 10K. And then, he gave it all to a homeless person. Kris is recording. There's a section in his description today that reads, "Do not email me asking for money. I give away money because it makes me happy." June 15th, 2017 is when that started. He would just keep doing it. It made him happy to see others happy, and people ate up the content. He eventually made a lot of money through sponsors and ad revenue, and he would funnel all of this money back into the channel. This is also when the clones hit. Everyone was trying to capitalize on Mr. Beast's success, but he says he saw this as a positive thing. Then, he wanted to go bigger. This, 2019, was the era of, holy God, he did it. Team Trees happened. It was a success. During the pandemic, he would do a lot of philanthropic stuff, like food kitchens and financial security stuff. This would soon end up in the creation of a second channel, or third, I don't know, alternate account named Beast Philanthropy, where 100% of its proceeds would go to giving people stuff. Despite all this insane growth, the path wasn't all smooth. He and his affiliates got into some controversies. It's natural, everybody gets into it sometimes, and it may even come to smack me in the head one day when I least expect it. Note to my future self. Please don't be an idiot. He got canceled for his 1,000 blind people see for the first time video, with those even calling him the Antichrist for profiting off of those with disabilities. Dude, he didn't just come in and force them to get their eyesight fixed for content. He legally and morally can't do that. His Squid Game video was also criticized for not portraying the anti-capitalist message good, even though the creator of the series liked it. And he was accused of being homophobic in the past, as he would throw around the F slur a lot and use gay to mean bad. This one has more weight to it, but it's also kind of dumb because a lot of people did that back then. Definitely doesn't make it right, but that was just the culture. He even said now that he feels bad for doing that and retracts his statements, which is like the best and only thing you can do today. Personally, I forgive him. It was a different time, and I've taken much worse. And I forgot about the lawsuits. As of right now, he's being sued by Beast Burger for disparaging comments and breaking contractual agreements. This was a week
week after Mr. Beast sued them for giving out low-quality products. Not sure why, but Twitter is all over this, preying on his downfall.
He's not perfect, nobody is, but the allegations against him are usually just people trying to find a problem. The only big ones involve workplace mistreatment, and it's not in my place to talk about that when I don't have enough information. On a side note, you know what's fucked up? Mr. Beast was invited to the Titanic submersible in June and declined the offer. Yeah, him declining that offer specifically saved his life. So we're to think about that alternate universe. It's like how Big Bird could have died in the Challenger explosion. Anyways, I say we check into the challenge real quick. It's been 3 hours and they still haven't moved. So now it's time to make things more interesting. If one of you guys leaves right now, I'll give you half of the prize money. That's a full $25. Any takers? No? All right. The battle continues. I haven't slept in 24 hours. I accidentally did a 24-hour challenge because they still haven't moved. I can't do this anymore. I have no understanding of finances, but we're gonna have to negotiate a contract where I split $50 3 ways between inanimate objects. Please subscribe if you've made it this far. I need more money for caffeine. I'm honestly still surprised people are watching this content this far. Oh wait, that's the next topic. Why exactly did people like Mr. Beast so much? Was there something to him? Yes, obviously he was doing something right. I'm sure you understand that by now. I've narrowed down 4 qualities. Wait, why am I still talking like that? I've narrowed down 4 qualities that I think contributed to his success, and the first one is pretty simple.
One of the driving forces of his success was that he was unique. He did things nobody would think to do back then. He did things I couldn't even think of now, but that's not very shocking. He also tried for a while, giving him longevity. This dude's a YouTube veteran. He's been at this since I was like 6. He's had a lot of time to study and take notes, especially because that was his genre. He knew how to play the algorithm before any of the YouTube growth tip channels did. He also knew how to hook an audience. He put the bulk of his attention-grabbing editing in the very beginning of the video to rope you in, and got straight to the point. No intro, no hello, it's pretty much just, if you kill my wife, you get $5 million! But I saved the most influential factor for last. Mr. Beast thrives on exponentiality. This means 2 things. 1, it's how his growth worked. He would steadily grow and then experience an explosion of popularity around the late 2010s. But more importantly, it's what his subject matter did, too. It would start out amusing, then get crazy, and then become near infeasible. His content relied on outdoing the last video. Always. Mr. Beastification is a term used to describe a gradual change in the demeanor of a person or website to favor content similar to Mr. Beast. As far as I can tell, don't quote me on this, it was first popularized by this guy's video. Go check it out, it's a good video. This is often characterized by crazy/energetic videos, a loss of personality, exponentially grand topics, as I mentioned, and the same font for some reason, sometimes even the same suitcases of money. Mr. Beast gives out a lot of free, valuable advice on how to get big on YouTube, but instead of putting their own spin on it, lots of people treat it as the only way to get popular. This means there's a lot of people trying to scrape money together and upping the production cost of their videos, and they always forget that YouTubers don't usually start like that. Not even Mr. Beast himself. You need to grow first. That takes time. Problem is, YouTube really likes this, and it changes the culture of making videos. You always need to outdo yourself, you always need to keep up with the trends, and you always need to rope people in. This is especially dangerous when it comes to other genres, like animation, considering it could take weeks to make just a minute of quality content. It's even to the point where the simple act of restructuring a video's title to be, I did blank, or blank for X money, will, without fail, get it more views. Your videos now need to be hyper-edited with sound effects and text and graphics always keeping that retention. Is it any surprise that the video where I told myself to edit more like Mr. Beast got traction? Honestly, probably a coincidence, but it might have helped. Now, because YouTube prioritized it, YouTubers need to work like a company. But not everyone. The favoritism is powerful, don't get me wrong, but contrary to what everybody says, you can get traction just by being unique, having a consistent genre, playing your cards right, and getting lucky. The only downside is your annual revenue won't be 7 figures.
With this topic particularly, there's a lot of negativity thrown around. YouTube has changed for the worse. Nothing is good enough for the algorithm anymore except soulless corporate content. Why can't it still just be like 2012? I see that everywhere. And I'm genuinely fucking tired of the rhetoric. During my research, I thought I would dredge up some information on Mr. Beast that would alter my opinion of him. Pretty much incriminate him. I think that's just because I've been doing a lot of research on bad people recently and I'm kind of used to that. Hell, my next video is probably going to be on a negative topic. But the only negativity I really saw, besides all that controversy I mentioned before, was just people making fun of Kris for transitioning. That didn't even involve Mr. Beast himself. Through his career, he's always focused on using his copious amounts of money to go viral and help others. And he did exactly that. I don't know what the man is actually like, but from his words, he's only given and expressed positivity. And I think it's time we start spreading positivity about uploading and doing your own thing, not in the pursuit of money and success, but in the pursuit of happiness. If you have a channel or video idea, don't just sit here worrying if people will click, or if they'll hate you, or if you'll get money from it. If the algorithm doesn't notice you right away, that's okay. The only thing you should really be worrying about is if you like what you're uploading. Your video, no matter how much of a failure you might think it is, or no matter how much effort you poured into it for the little amount of views it got, might have the effect of changing someone's day from bad to slightly less bad. Create friendships you never thought would form. Change lives, whether that be yours or others. Or, simply, make your life a bit more fun. And that's the type of richness that means more than $54 million a year. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure to slap the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. And make sure to follow my Twitter and TikTok too for updates. See you guys later. Peace.